Thank you all very much for watching our live broadcast today. Today we will be continuing our topic from last week. We will be talking about Harry Potter. However, I have a very special announcement to make. Well, it's not exactly an announcement. It's actually a little performance here. And the reason is because one of our crew members, she will actually be leaving her post very shortly. And because of this, I have decided that to boost my ratings a little bit as well, so Christine will forgive me for this, but I will rap for you a little bit from the part, not from Harry Potter, we'll talk about this later, but I would like to rap a little bit, a little stylized version of one of the most famous rap numbers from the hip-hop musical Hamilton. Okay, so Christine, will you please play you'll see that there is, no, not this one, right over there, down. Yes. So you see that there's one called My Shot. Okay, My Shot. Okay, so I will rap for you. Now please, Joe. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to Leeds College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dag, I'm amazed and astonished. The problem is I got a lot of brains, but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard with every word I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough. A shiny piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power of speech, unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets get colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage. I've learned to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame. But damn, it's getting dark, so let me spell out the name. I am the CHRISTINE. Yes, that spells Christine, and I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. All right, thank you all very much. So that's for Christine.
Thank you.
Anyway, so also to boost my ratings. Anyone watching, Joe? Is anyone watching? Okay, now people are watching now, right? Okay, good. Okay, so that's just for 客气 entertainment. Okay. So Harry Potter. The things I do for ratings these days. Anyway, I want to express my deepest gratitude for Christine for all the things that she has done, particularly for this live broadcast. I'm sure many of you who have worked in the SLC, you know how much she does for us. So my thanks to Christine. Okay, maybe we should. You want it to be shown on screen? No. Okay, she doesn't want to be shown, but that's okay. All right. So that's my little tribute. Okay, I'll do it again later if you want. All right, so Harry Potter, we've talked briefly about the 7 novels as well as the 3 additional things that are often included, and as well as 2 other screenplays. So let me remind you all, the original 7 novels, I've brought them for you here today. This is my original set. Okay, this is not the, of course, they didn't come as a whole set originally. I had Bloomsbury versions, small individual novels that I purchased throughout the years. But once all of them came out, because as you know, the Bloomsbury version, the original British version, is actually, there are no photos, there are no pictures inside. But this is the version, the American Scholastic version. This is the version that the Taiwanese version, published by Crown Publishing, so this is the original version that they used. So I decided that I wanted to buy a set because it has a very nice cover art. This is the original American version. So I purchased this, and I remember this was maybe 5 years ago when I purchased it. And I remember reading through every single one of these novels, and I will show them to you one by one. Later in the moment. But anyway, so the 7 novels, plus Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, plus Quidditch Through the Ages, and the Tales of Beedle the Bard. Okay, so that is now considered the Hogwarts Library collection. And then we have the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them screenplay, which you can purchase, as well as Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Harry Potter and the Cursed, which is a play, and you can purchase this drama script. So So Harry Potter, the 7 novels, I'll remind you all what these are. And this is the first question that I'll ask you. So please make sure that you are aware of the 7 novels and their names. If you are a fan, this will be very easy for you. But we will talk a little bit about some important moments in the novels in a minute. So let me show them to you one by one. Okay, so this is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. It's called Sorcerer's Stone in America, but it's called the Philosopher's Stone in British English, in the British version. The original, actually, J.K. Rowling wanted to call it the Philosopher's Stone. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. Right? This is the one. And you'll notice that it's a mirror image of the one that you see in Taiwan, actually. Yeah. Okay, so this is the first novel. See, it's thin. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. These are hard to come by now, and they're not that easy to buy now because this is an original version. Okay, but anyway, beautiful novel. Okay, yes, what do we have here on the cover? Just some things. You have Harry catching a snitch. You have Hogwarts Castle and Fluffy, the 3-headed dog, and you also have a unicorn, which appears close to the end of the novel as a slain unicorn. Okay, so that's novel 1. Okay, novel 2 is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Okay, 这是神奇还是神秘的魔法石 ？Okay, 然后这是消失的密室。Okay, book 2 you have Phoenix here. This is Fox, the Phoenix. We have a snake skin here and a sword. Okay, it's very classic imagery in the second novel, and you will notice that it's a little bit thicker than the first one. Not by much, but a little bit thicker than Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. A lot of great memories that are coming back to me now that I'm looking through these novels. But anyway, my goal is to read these again sometime in my life. Okay, thicker novels still. All right, so Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, book 3. And of course, this is the novel where we are introduced to the character of Sirius Black, right? Sirius Black, who was Harry's godfather, and also Buckbeak the Hippogriff, most beautiful, truly a wonderful creation of that Rowling has put into the novel. This hippogriff with horse and eagle, right, put together, beautiful animal here. Okay, so Prisoner of Azkaban, book 3. Book 4 is called The Goblet of Fire, okay, 火杯的考验. And we have the 3 other champions from the Triwizard Tournament. We have the black dog, Sirius. There's an egg, right? There's an egg that sings mermaid language. There's a dragon. Okay, so Goblet of Fire. This is probably, this is the middle novel. I talked about it last week. This is the middle novel, and so therefore it's a little bit darker. The novel is actually a little bit darker. This is the novel where Lord Voldemort comes back, okay, and it takes a dark turn. Okay, so this is Goblet of Fire. Okay, the last 3 novels. This one is called Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This is the thickest novel, the thickest Harry Potter novel. 凤凰会的密令, and this is, like I said last week, this is the novel where a lot of difficulties happen in terms of politics. So the Ministry of Magic gets involved with Hogwarts, and there's some disturbing things that happen in the novel with a character named Dolores Umbridge. Okay. This is also the novel that Harry gets a girlfriend for the first time. So those are the thickest novels, 4 and 5. Okay, look at how thick those 4 and 5 outweigh the first 3 novels. All right. Okay, the last 2 novels are loved by so many, in so many ways, because it puts together so many things. The 6th book is called The Half-Blood Prince. Okay, 混血王子背叛. And we all know later, of course, that the Half-Blood Prince is Severus Snape. But you have a very distinct difference here in terms of color, blue and green. This is the Ministry of Magic. I believe this is where Harry goes into the Ministry of Magic. Okay, and this is a cave that they are in when they are retrieving part of Lord Voldemort's soul. Okay, so that's yeah, beautiful. There are some beautiful moments in the novel, which I will talk about later. Okay, and the last one is called Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Okay, 死神的圣物. And we know that there are 3 Deathly Hallows. If you read about it, it's a very savior story. It's a very Christian story in many ways as well. And wonderful moment here when Harry reaches out his hand to catch the Elder Wand. Okay, in a very classic moment in the novel. Okay, this is where it all comes together. Okay, the culmination of these previous 6 novels results in this final one. Okay, I get excited just looking through this again, and I have read every single page. I've read every single page more than once. Okay, and I mean this book in particular. There are others, but I've read this particular book more than once. And the experience of reading Harry Potter is that it leaves you with a lot of wonderful memories. It leaves you with a lot of wonderful insights into life, into love, into family, into good versus evil, into society. And there are many ways to appreciate a novel or a film. And today what I'd like to focus on, this is what we're going to do today, because I will be offering you all a chance to earn more self-learning points. Okay? So we will go through some important moments in the novel. Okay? I will find them for you, I'll tell you where it is. I will describe to you, this is a film that J.K. Rowling, Pottermore, this website, they put together this film called The 20 Most Memorable Moments from the Harry Potter books, not the novel, not the films, but the novels, the most memorable moments that the readers have chosen. And so we will go through those. It's a beautifully crafted film, and we will also tell you some of my favorite moments, in moments that I have grown up to really remember when I talk and think about Harry Potter. And I will ask you in the questionnaire to name your favorite moment as well. What is your favorite Harry Potter moment that you remember very clearly, that you like? And encourage you all to read the English novels. Okay, so first we're going to play the film. Okay, so we're going to turn off the lights and we're going to play the 20 most memorable moments from the Harry Potter books. So we're going to play through once, so everyone can watch. You can also find this online if you are watching and it's not very clear. You can also find it online. Just type the 20 most memorable moments from the Harry Potter books, and then you will be able to find it. We'll play it through once, and then if you are a Harry Potter fan, you know exactly where those moments are. But for those of you who do not know, and who have not really experienced the text in English, I'll tell you where it is. Okay, and we will read a little bit depending on how much time we have. All right, so let's play the film. Okay, so it's a beautifully put together film. It's a film that's really, if you know the novels very well, then you know exactly where each of those moments make a difference. There are also many others in the novels, but this one, these are arranged in a way that that we can follow the order here. Okay, so it begins with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And so I will briefly tell you where each of these quotes come from. I will tell you the context, and I'll tell you why people love it so much. And hopefully this will inspire you to read the English novel yourself. There's no replacing the original reading experience. If you read it in Chinese, it feels different. You get the understanding of it, but there are some things that it just feels very British. You have to read it in the original language to feel how British it is. It's also not the same when you watch a film, because a lot of things are presented through how it's described. Okay, so yeah, I strongly recommend that you read the novels in English. It's very easy to find now. Okay, so the 20 most memorable moments from the Harry Potter books. Okay, let's run the film again, but we'll turn off the music so that it's easier to see. Okay, so we'll turn it down. So, Harry Potter fans, we asked you for your most memorable moments from the past 20 years. So, oh my gosh, it's been 20 years. So number 1. Okay, this number here counts the 20. So you can notice this number here. So the first one is, let's play a little bit more. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say that they were perfectly normal. Thank you very much. And why is that the most wonderful moment? Okay, because that is the opening of the first novel. So the novel begins actually not with Harry Potter, right? The first chapter, in the first chapter, it actually opens with Mr. and Mrs. Dursley. The chapter is called The Boy Who Lived. The Boy Who Lived. This is the opening. Everyone knows this very famous opening. Let me read it again for you. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say that they were perfectly normal. Thank you very much. They were the last people you'd expect to be involved in anything strange or mysterious, because they just didn't hold with such nonsense. And that's a very clever way of opening a novel. Why? Because it's not about Harry Potter. Right? If you open and it goes directly into talking about Harry, that's a different way of starting. But here you have a set of characters who are actually very much like people we know. Maybe like your own parents, maybe. Certainly my parents would be proud to say that they were perfectly normal. That they were never involved in anything strange or mysterious. And that sets up, I think, a world that people can really relate to. So when mysterious and magical things start to happen, as we'll see in the second quote, then you will begin it suddenly changes. Okay, so between this and the second quote, which is the very famous Harry, You're a Wizard, okay, by Rubeus Hagrid, there's beautiful artwork here, and we know that Hagrid is half giant, right? He has a pink parasol, which is his wand is hidden there. But we have Harry who is being taken away from his abusive relatives and to live a new life. Okay, so this is something that I think many young children can really dream about and fantasize about. You know, they're waiting for this letter to arrive. And you sort of imagine a better world where you have real friends and real mentors to mentor you, especially if you are an orphan, if you are trapped in a situation in life. So Harry, You're a Wizard it might not seem like much, but it is a declaration telling Harry that you are different and you are special. And I hope that everyone reading the novels, every student at some point in your life, someone has told this to you. That someone has told you that you are good at something. Someone has told you that you are exceptional in some way. Okay, it's happened to me. Okay, I hope it happens to you, that it has already happened. But this is the moment where Harry starts a new life. Okay, and he leaves for London, for Diagon Alley, shortly after this. This is on his 11th birthday. It's a very magical moment. Okay, so it also begins this relationship between Harry and Hagrid, which extends to the end of the novels. All right. Okay, so let's continue. Okay. From that moment on, Hermione Granger became their friend. Okay, so it goes on a little bit more. There are some things you can't share without ending up liking each other, and knocking out 12-foot mountain troll is one of them. Okay, so a lot of students you don't remember this if this is a detail. Actually, when Harry, Hermione, and Ron, the three of them were not originally best friends. In the sequence that develops when Harry goes to Hogwarts, this is a very extraordinary moment, that he actually meets Draco Malfoy first. He doesn't meet his best friends first, he meets his enemy first. And Harry has to make a decision. This is not the friend that I want. They meet each other actually in Diagon Alley. And he becomes friends with Ron instead, so Ron Weasley. But Hermione Granger, this girl, is to them kind of annoying. Right? She's a girl who seems to tries too hard to impress their teachers. Hermione comes out as a girl who is a little bit bossy, and young boys don't like this, and they sort of they don't get along at the beginning, and that's so true in friendships, right? Sometimes you have friendships and you start out hating each other. Then when you first meet, there's a misunderstanding, and in this sequence of events, there is a mountain troll, and Harry and Ron save Hermione. First year magic, but they're able to save Hermione from this 12-foot mountain troll. And Hermione lies to the teachers to protect Harry and Ron. And so from that moment on, they became good friends. And because they went through some big troubles together. And we know this, that they go through all kinds of troubles in the future, right? Look at all these novels, right? All of the terrible troubles that they go through, right? Hermione gets tortured in book 7, right? In book 5, Ron, gets attacked by brains, all sorts of terrible things. But this is the moment, this is the first trial they go through together. And this is a very strong bonding moment. Okay, the next one is this one. It says, it shows us nothing more or less than the deepest, most desperate desire of our hearts. One of the most powerful objects in book 1, so there are many magical objects in Harry Potter, but in the Sorcerer's Stone, in the Philosopher's Stone, there is an object called the Mirror of Erised. The Mirror of Erised. And Erised, E-R-I-S-E-D, Erised, is actually desire spelled backwards. So it's actually the mirror of reverse desire. So it reflects your desire. That's why it shows as a reflection. And Harry sees his parents in the mirror. And so Dumbledore says that this mirror shows us our deepest, most desperate desire. And it tells us something very powerful, a few things. First of all, it shows us that what Harry wants above everything else is to be with his parents. Okay, so that is his deepest desire. It also leaves some mystery as to what the desire of Dumbledore is, and it's later answered in the novels. But it begs the question, all of us, and Harry's only 11, we all have to ask ourselves, what is the thing we want most? What is our deepest, most desperate desire? And oftentimes it's what separates us. Do you desire glory or fame or money, or do you desire family or friendship or love? Okay, we all have to ask ourselves this question. Okay, there's no real mirror for us to look at, but it tells us about who Harry is, and it forces us to think, are we as pure as Harry Potter, as kind and as good as Harry Potter? Okay, and I'm not willing to say, I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're supposed to take a break now. We will come back and we'll continue with our quotes. Yes, this is a very nice journey down memory lane for me. See you in a few minutes. Thank you all very much.